Get John Oliver a rope and some rowing muscles, because the HBO personality wants to pull down all of those monuments to the former Confederacy that have America in fighting. On Sunday, the Last Week Tonight host weighed in on the divisive issue of existing rebel army statues, which some people want to see torn down and others staunchly defend as pieces of history. The latter group is quick to point out that the Civil War, the time period many of these shrines memorialize, was not entirely about slavery. Oliver has an opinion on that. If the Confederacy was not about slavery, somebody should really go back in time and tell the in Confederacy that, he said last night. Also read John Oliver tackles our nuclear waste problem, which now includes radioactive alligators. Video later, the Brit dragged our beloved Tom Hanks into this whole thing, introducing the United States to his Hitler-Hanks spectrum. Basically, we all exist somewhere between pure evil and angelic. Amid his overall argument, Oliver revealed that an anagram for 39th Vice President of the United States Spiro Agnew is grow a penis. You'll need some context for that one, so be sure watch the above. Oh yeah, and stick around for the Daily Show reunion at the very end. We don't want to spoil it. Indie mogul Harvey Weinstein, who was fired Sunday from his position of co-CEO of the Weinstein Company, revolutionized the Oscar race both at TWC and his previous company, Miramax. Harvey Weinstein first got into the Oscar race in a big way in 1990 with a guerrilla campaign for the art house drama My Left Foot by setting up meet and greets between Academy members and film talent. The result: Oscar wins for stars Daniel Day-Lewis and Brenda Fricker. In 1995, Weinstein mounted a surprisingly aggressive campaign for upstart director Quentin Tarantino's ultra-violent Pulp Fiction, helping to redefine what sorts of movies could appeal to the Academy. Tarantino shared a screenplay Oscar with Roger Avary. Miramax snagged its first Best Picture victory for 1996's The English Patient, which earned a total of 9 awards, including for director Anthony Minghella and lead actress Juliette Binoche. Weinstein built an awareness campaign for the then unknown Billy Bob Thornton for 1996's Sling Blade, which yielded an Oscar for his adapted screenplay and a nomination for Best Actor. Miramax pulled off a double coup with 1997's Good Will Hunting, delivering Robin Williams his long-awaited first Oscar and a rare screenplay prize for two 20-something newbies, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. 1 year later, Miramax pulled out all the stops after landing 2 Best Picture nominations, including for the Italian-language drama Life is Beautiful. According to Peter Biskind's book Down and Dirty Pictures, star author Roberto Benigni moved into LA for a month during the peak of the voting period. The film came away with 3 Oscars, including Best Actor. That year, Miramax pulled off a bigger upset when Shakespeare in Love sees Best Picture over Steven Spielberg's heavily favored Saving Private Ryan. Shakespeare won a total of 7 Academy Awards, including 4 actresses Gwyneth Paltrow and Judi Dench. Miramax surprised many by landing yet another Best Picture nomination for the 2000 Juliette Binoche Johnny Depp Bon Bon Chocolate. In 2003, the Weinsteins had a hand in 4 of the 5 Best Picture nominees: Chicago, The Hours, Gangs of New York and The Lord of the Rings, the 2 towers on which they had producer credits. Chicago won the top prize as well as 5 others. In 2004, Miramax took advantage of a careful reading of Academy rules and scored 4 nominations for the Brazilian inner-city drama City of God, even though the film had failed to land a Best Foreign Language Film nomination the previous year. The Weinsteins exited Disney-owned Miramax and founded their own company in 2005 and got right back in the Oscar race with 2 nominations for one of their first releases, the Felicity Huffman vehicle Transamerica. By 2009, the Weinstein Company landed its first Best Picture contender with A Reader and also snagged Kate Winslet her first Oscar as Best Actress in a role that many thought was more of a supporting part. 2 years later, TWC scored its first Best Picture win for The King's Speech as well as 3 other awards, including Best Actor for Colin Firth. The following year, Weinstein pulled off another coup, landing 5 Oscars, including Best Picture for the mostly silent, black and white 02-year-old Hollywood, The Artist. In 2013, TWC again had 2 horses in the Best Picture race: Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained and Silver Linings Playbook, which landed Jennifer Lawrence the prize for Best Actress. Last year, Weinstein successfully landed 6 nominations, including Best Picture for Garth Davis' Tearjerker Lion. But just as Open Road won the top prize in 2016 for Spotlight, another upstart, A24, used a lot of Harvey touches to score the indie Moonlight a Best Picture win. Indie mogul Harvey Weinstein, who was fired Sunday from his position of co-CEO of the Weinstein Company, revolutionized the Oscar race both at TWC and his previous company, Miramax.